my channel. I don't have a description up today because I just had really no clue where I really wanted to go today. And I felt like I should just demonstrate this process. There are times I know I have shared with you all the struggle to come into the studio or your space and not know you want to do something creative, but just not knowing what creative thing you want to do. And then, this is not just art for me. This is me demonstrating a worship process. And I'm going to say that I don't necessarily have anything like new. I've been on forgiveness, and I feel like, okay, the Lord is really wanting me to, you know, do some introspective work. Um, is there someone or even myself that I need to forgive? That's part of the process, and nothing to be um, consider it. It's not just for naught, and it might be just for you. Sometimes we want to be the Lord's prophet and starts telling other folk about and hang-ups, and that might not be what God is calling you to. You know Look at yourself. And so I'm sharing that. I'm sharing it with you. This whole thing about forgiveness that I've come across. And I'll tell you, I guess I should pray, and then and then I can talk some more. All right, Father, I just want to thank you. Be with us in this time, in these moments, and speak to us. Send your Holy Spirit into the broadcast, into our hearts and hands and minds, and just guide each step, I pray. In Christ's name, amen. Yeah, so I saw a cute poster, the kind of hung the up or something, and all of the coffee was all over the place. Very cute. But it was the acronym that really got me. COFFEE. Christ offers forgiveness for everybody, everywhere. Right? And we did a few projects. I might as well, for those that possibly did not see. And by the way, the video, I don't know what happened to the sound. I'm hoping that it's working properly today. So I did a couple of cups with some coffee. I probably could have put some of that color down here, but at any rate, this was in Genesis, and we were talking about um, Jacob and Esau. And then this one here in Psalm. Oh, I forgot to write that one down. I was taking some notes a little earlier, of our journey here, and I did not write this one down. So I should do this real quickly before I forget. This is my journal that collects my thoughts and my extra paint. Yeah, so when I have my little palette over here, sometimes I will just clean it off by um, putting it over here in this journal. And, it's kind of decorating my notes that I'm taking. All right. And it's just notes that I jot down, and I'm playing with my new stencil or ink. Yeah, well, not stencil. Well, yeah, I think I might have some stencil there, but these are stamps. All right, so playing with those, and I did a project in my junk journal. I had these little extra cogs, and so anyway, this collects my notes. And so I was writing about coffee. I'll probably do a little drawing or something here. But it meant coffee means Christ offers forgiveness for everyone, everywhere. And I liked it and decided to find various scriptures. Oh, that's what I was talking to you all about it, but all right. So in Psalm 103, while I am thinking about it, I'm just going to go ahead and this is just really to jog my memory. Far as east is to west. Yeah, beautiful verse. So far, let me just read it to you. And it's real small, so bear with me. As far as the east is from the west, so far has he removed our transgressions from us. Isn't that beautiful? And that was Psalm 103, verse 12. There were a few others that I was thinking that I might kind of add or do something else with. I didn't know if I wanted to do like another coffee cup. It's been fun to do. I've enjoyed doing this. I'm sure I've done like at least 3 in here, right? I think this, is it this white one? Yeah. And that one was fun too. A bird's eye view. This was the first one we did. Okay, and this was in Ephesians, the 7th chapter. I think in the description I accidentally put verse 9, but it's really 7. In him we have redemption through his blood, the forgiveness of our trespasses, according to the richness of his grace that he richly poured out on us. Yeah, I like that one. And it seemed like there was some other one. Was there another? It was Isaiah. I think it was Isaiah. Did I just show that one? No. Jeremiah. Isaiah, Jeremiah. Come on. Oh, this is the one where he sweeps. Yeah, I like that one too. I think we did this one, and then I did the other with the coffee cup. But this one, this verse, it says, I will sweep away your transgressions for my own sake and remember your sins no more. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. So I did the broom here, but I also did and the dustpan, but I also did a mop and a bucket of water. All right. But not the coffee thing, but it's still on God forgiving, okay? And we probably should talk about the idea that, and I know I mentioned it as well, the idea that, if you want God to forgive you, you have to be willing to forgive others, right? That's kind of that's the deal. That's the way that goes. All right. And maybe we can talk a little bit about this 70 times 70 or 7 times 70. And that was found in Matthew 18. I think it's Peter who's asking Jesus, how many times do I need to forgive? I'm sorry, that's just a little funny to me. was like, this person is doing this. How many times do I have to say, okay, I forgive you? And they just keep doing it. Okay, I forgive you. How many times do we have to do that? That's what Peter asked. I'm not making it up. It's in Matthew, the 18th chapter. I want to say 21, 22. I wrote it down. There we are, right here. 18, 21, 22. Then Peter came and said to him, Lord, how often will my brother sin against me and I forgive him? As many as 7 times? Now, that's significant because, of course, 7 is the number of perfection, or, the end, because number 8 is new beginnings. We start all over again, right? Jesus says to him, I do not say to you 7 times, but 77 times. Now that's a little different than I've heard it, but 77 times, that's 2 sevens, perfect number, right? In another description, I've got a little gnat in here. Another description or scripture somewhere says 70 times 7. And that would give us 490, right? And that 490 or 49, really, I know I just did the multiplication, but 49 is a significant number, okay? In that it is if you've heard of the year of Jubilee, which is 50, 49 is the preparation for it. And 49 is like coming to the end, or canceling all debts. This was part of their business practice towards one another in relations. We get to this time and we're forgiving all the debts. We're forgiving we're releasing any issue, animosity, we're cleaning stuff up in preparation, new beginning, and new freedom. Yeah. And so that forgiving thing is tied to our happiness, forgiving others as well as forgiving ourselves. Okay. That's what I've gotten so far out of our little journey. And again, kind of figuring, all right, well, what do I do today? I got a couple of ideas of some projects. Some time ago, I got this book, and I'm in the process of resurfacing it and painting, all of that. I'll probably put some kind of ribbon, something to tie the book, but I'll probably do that towards the end. Stop the process right now of trying to work on the cover. That's not the big deal. But I had dedicated this book that I've gotten for what's called grid journaling. And great way, like these days when you get stuck trying to figure out what to do. This is a great little exercise. And I'm not really all that happy with this because I don't like, I had to gesso all of this, kind of prime the paper. I think I just used some regular paint, like white, real cheapy white titanium paint. And I don't really how it reacted to these real glossy pages. Now what I've done is kind of to strengthen it and make it a little bit more heavier, I went on and glued a couple of the sheets together so that it'd be a little bit more sturdier. I like this, but I'm not happy, and I don't know if you're able to actually see any of the shadowing behind here, but I wasn't happy with that, and so and see, like my work, but I'm not really liking the background. But this is okay. This is where I had started my very first time really doing grid journaling ever. And so again, I'm liking the work. I'm just not liking my background. And so what I did here is I painted everything black, and then I put little squares on here. These were drawn in, okay? These were drawn, but these these are just small squares that I actually pasted on here. Not finished with this yet, and I don't know, this could be the project today, trying to work on finishing this grid. Here's one that I started. I did this one in gray, and I've got the squares down, okay? Drawn in. And it's a fun little project, and I've done several more, and I don't know, it seems like I might have shared them. I might have just picture or something on Facebook. I don't know. I think that's what kind of happened. But yeah, I've got a whole bunch here that I've started. Not all that happy with this one. I did the stamping and I went past the lines, which is not a big deal, but I don't know. I think I should have had the flower a little bit more like uniformed or something. I don't know. It just didn't quite turn out. There are some here that I look at and I say, oh, that's cute. And like this one, kind of covers two. But anyway, this was a start. Like I said, I'm just kind of getting my feet wet. Okay, this is just a regular one. Here's another. And I'm playing around with just doing larger squares. I mean, it could be square or circle, whatever. It's a grid, wherever you decide to do it. Yeah. Some of these, compared to others, seem a little naked to me, like, oh, it needs something else. Yeah, so might not be done. And I like this one, okay. But you just, this is making the square and doing a little bit of collage with torn paper, putting some paint down, doing some stamping or stenciling, a little scribble here or there, just having fun. Here's another. Because sometimes you can put down a little element on top, of a flower, some kind of symbol, or, whatever you want. Okay, and here's a real big one. I might cut that out and put that on something else. We'll see. These two, and not finished. Haven't done any stamping on this, and it needs to focal something or another. All right. Okay. This is the last. All right. And so yeah, I was thinking, oh, well, maybe I can come in here and do something with the grid journal and maybe finish this up. That's a possibility. Okay. Um, yeah, but I got to figure out what to do because I'm not liking the shadowing thing. And maybe I just need to put on like a second or third coat. I don't know, but not completely pleased with the outcome of this. Maybe these other pages will figure out what the issue is and fix it. All right, so yeah, I this was an idea working on the grid thing. Um, I also, I've been into doing these little zines, right? And I've shared those with you all. Here's one that we completed, and I was going to start another one based off of our coffee. And a zine is just a little X book. Um, and I'll show you as soon as I can. There we go. Okay. Just it's a cute little folded up paper. I can't pull it apart any longer because I glued the bottom to pocket here because I wanted, see that, some other elements that I wanted to add to my X book or zine, short for magazine. Doesn't have to be made like this. It could be made out of anything, but I think it's a cute little idea. And then I have these little pockets. Once you do the folding of it all, it creates a little hole, and you're able to like put some little other little goodies in there, other little messages. So this one was just based on the pairs because I like pairs, and I've paired it with verses that say appears or appear or appearing, and so anyway, this is a zine, and I thought, okay, well, I'm liking right now this this coffee thing, Christ offers forgiveness. And then I also changed it up, didn't I? Because I was saying I just put I on the I can offer forgiveness for everybody everywhere, right? Yeah. And so I went on and made another zine, X X book. Okay, it's X book because you can do it like that. All right, I made another one and thought, oh, maybe what I can do is just do coffee on all of these coffee cups, with this whole thing of forgiveness and adding those verses. And so I cut out my little elements, and I was like, oh, well, I could do that. That might be fun to do today. It might take a little bit, not a project that I'd be able to necessarily finish. I can't guarantee that I'll finish a whole lot of projects, at the end of the video. Um, and I haven't gotten fancy. When I go live, you just never know how long it's going to be. But yeah. So what to do, right? What to do. I feel like I want to start on my zine and do some background kind of things, or what I could do instead of starting brand new, take this zine that I already have. I've only done one project and another something, and use the two. I really am, instead of starting a whole brand new one. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, let's do that. I'm going to put this one away. We are going to come back to that and do some grid journaling, and maybe you'll join me for that. That would be awesome. real easy to do that. All right. So let me share with you my elements here since I'm not going to use this one. I'm going to stick this to the side. We'll use it for something else. But since this one is pretty much done, I haven't done the gessoing and the color. Very tempted to do some gessoing now. And that just really helps to bring all of these little extra little pieces and things kind of together and make it a little bit things sort of to the back, so that it becomes background and not part of the focal point, right? Now on this one, I did a little, we're seeing quite a bit on top of the page. It's at all. Hmm? But that's okay. I don't mind that so much. I really, really don't. Um, okay, so I'm going to fold back up just so I can see if this is the one that we're going to, almost done anyway. I'm thinking that I might want to use one of these. We'll audition. Now I've cut these so that they would be like half on, not filling up the whole page, kind of like that. This will be a big color. I mean, I could put that one in the middle of the page. And then it's got a funny handle, like here, maybe. Put that one over here. And this one looks more like a big soup bowl. It definitely is going to need to have a handle. And I'll put that one in the center like that. Okay, but I think for right now, I'm going to use this one today. First that I'm going to do is that the other one that I came up with. And so I wrote down my little acronym. The one verse in Jacob and Esau, or the story, is really what I wanted to present, because remember, Jacob and Esau were kind of tricked Esau out of his birthright and out of his blessing from his father Isaac. So we did talk about that. It's his blood that forgives in Ephesians 1:7. He does it for his sake in Isaiah. But I put down here, must forgive. And this is in Colossians 3:13. It's not one that we've talked about. But let's go there quickly. I'll read that one. 70 times 7. 7 times 70. Or, yeah. Hi. Hello. Colossians, where are you? There you are. And what did I say that was? 3:13. All right. I think I want to start with 12. Put on then as God's holy and beloved, compassionate hearts, kindness, humility, meekness, and patience, bearing with one another, and if one has a complaint against another, forgiving each other. As the Lord has given you, so you also must forgive. As the Lord has forgiven you, so you also must forgive. Are you hearing that? Bearing with one another, and if one has a complaint against another, forgiving each other. As the Lord has forgiven you, so you also must forgive. That's what my Bible says. And it doesn't say that he is forgiving you, like present tense. He's done it already. He's forgiven you. That should be that that should make you happy. And you're probably saying, I haven't sinned yet. I'm doing that later tonight. Yeah, he's already forgiven you for it. And that's why I say too, you know, um, Jesus says on the cross, it's done, right? So if he is still having to forgive, he says it's done. And some people might argue, oh, he, he's talking about the idea that he forgave all of our sins. Now, I'm not trying to minimize that at all. That's a big deal. He came to make sure that the debt that was created, that separated us, that had us bound, all of that, he wiped that away. I'm trying to decide what color I want here. And I think I want to use my thing didn't dry. So I got a mess over here on my table. Oh boy. Anyway, yeah, no, what Jesus did on the cross, that was a big deal. I just think there's a little bit more to it that we don't consider. I think that it is finished thing is a lot more. I think it's just a lot more to it. All right. I don't know what all, but I'm just saying for that instance to be here on earth, the whole thing of him coming and being born of a virgin and meeting all this criteria in scriptures so that we wouldn't miss it, even though some have. Um, but all of that for that one act, I don't think so. And that's just me. And I could be wrong. I'm just saying, I don't think so. I think what he did was a little bit more involved than what we see. Because we just look at stuff on the surface and not necessarily, go deep. On the cross, that was a big deal. I am not minimizing it at all. I think he did way more than just die on the cross to cover that up. Yeah. Okay, so I'm thinking that with these colors here, I need a pop of like red, maybe pink even. This might be too light of a pink. But I'm looking now to see maybe I need to mix something. I don't know. And I do want to use acrylic on this. I guess we're gonna go with that. And if I don't like it, I'm gonna paint over it. You know me. Okay. Mm, yeah. Okay. I'm just trying to find a brush, a decent one. Okay. Yeah. Let's see what this pink will do. And I do believe, yeah. These were brand new ones. I just got these. And this has a little iridescence to it, a little bit of shimmer and shine, which is cool. Yeah, I'm sure I'll probably have folks writing me saying, Adrienne, why are you saying that? That was enough what Jesus did. Wait, that God had, right? So we can't be upset and tell him you didn't, you could have come up with something better. This was his doing. Man sinned, he had a plan, and the plan was Jesus died on the cross. I'm just saying that his words at the end, finished, I believe means a lot more than just, hey, the debt has been paid. I think that there was a lot more to, and I'm just glad. Look, whatever he did, whatever it means, I'm just glad that he did it. He he accomplished it. All right, my little pink cup is done. I think that's gonna be okay with this. And I'm gonna have to do a little bit of like putting a little bit of shadow or something around the edges of that, and we'll stick that on. Let's get our words together, huh? And again, our verse is in Colossians. All right. Hey, I've talked this whole time, and you heard me at the beginning talking about I didn't know what I was going to do. Look how the Lord has worked it out, right? Colossians 3 and verse 13. He's 12 and 13. Put on then, and look, that little phrase right there means that before it, there's some stuff that's going on. It's talking about put on a new self, is what my Bible says right here. Put on the new self. If you claim in Christ, these are some things that just people should see, like immediately, about your character and then your aura when you walk into a room. Hmm? I'm just saying. You know how sometimes you can be in places and somebody will come in and it's like the whole temperature of the room has changed because you are a wet blanket. Hmm? At any rate, you know what I mean. In verse 12 and 13, it says, put on then as God's chosen ones, holy and beloved, compassionate hearts, kindness, humility, meekness, and patience. It's really a shame. It's really a shame that God has to tell us to do these things. Hmm? And there's some in the world that you know what team they're on. And unfortunately, because of life circumstances for them, it has, and I'm not trying to make excuses, but it taints their spirit, it taints their hearts, and bends them towards doing evil. And when we moved first down here to Huntsville, there was not a time where you couldn't go down the street and or pass somebody and you'd wave or you'd nod or say hello or good morning, or those days are gone. And what is up with that we can't speak to one another? I don't know, that gets me. It's one of my, I don't want to get on that soapbox, but I don't like that. And then especially if we're calling ourselves Christians, and then Christians can't even speak to each other. Hmm? It's sad. It's very, very sad and unfortunate. But if you don't have the love of Christ in your heart, you're not planning to be with him. And I'm saying, hey, quit calling yourself a Christian. Don't show up to church. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me finish reading this. We get on with our holy and beloved, compassionate hearts, kindness, humility, meekness, and patience, bearing with one another. You know what that means. Sometimes we just got to put up with folk. And if one has a complaint against another, forgiving each other, as the Lord has forgiven you, so you also must forgive. 14 and says, above all these things, put on love, which binds everything together in perfect harmony. Yeah, we got to forgive. Let me put on my heating tool real quick. Turn me down if um, it gets too loud for you, okay? You know, I said that on yesterday, and I don't know if my iPhone turned me down or what, but when I went back to look at the video, there was no sound. I don't know. Well, I was like, is it obeying me? I think I need to hold this with, this thing gets really hot. And so I'm going to use this to kind of hold that down while I dry it. And look, I just put on a thin coat, so it shouldn't take long. All right, give me a few moments. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but sometimes internet is a little spotty. Am I still wet? Is it still? It should be okay. All right, let's put this up. Let's put this over here. And I want to glue that down. Oh, that's going to be kind of cute. All right. I need to do my steam that's coming from my cup. And I'm probably going to need some scrap paper to do that, which, I think I just threw some pieces away that I could use for that. Yeah. So I'll do this. I'll do some steam. And so I want to color. Maybe I should probably color this and then draw on it or paint it and then draw. I should have done that at the same time. Wasn't really thinking, y'all. Just, I think I might have to mix. Let's see. What's this? Kind of gold. I'm gonna have to probably mix to get a good color because I don't want it to be real dark. I want it's sort of like a cream color or something. So I'm gonna put it. It's just a little bit of white titanium white paint. Come on. Hello. Okay, because I just need a little bit. I just need a little bit. And I'm not going to glue it down yet because, okay, I don't know, this one might not even be open yet. Yeah. Because I'll put the pieces of the steam. I think I'll do like 2 or 3. It has a little piece. There we go. That actually, I don't know, that might be enough. Let's see. I think that's a nice little color for our steam. I'm just gonna put that. I think that's good. I think that's good. Okay. And you're saying, Adrienne, you just put a blob of. I did. You'll see. Give me a moment. Got to get my heating tool out again. All right. It should be good. It was just a very thin coat of color, right? I'm going to use my pencil and let's try to draw us some steam here, huh? And I could make it a little fatter, I guess. Let's see if we can get another one out of here. I think that's good. And let's get some scissors and kind of funny looking, but it's okay. Let's see. It's okay. And I've got these pencil lines on here, but that's all right. We might be able to cover that up with marker. I might be able to do that. All right, let's put this over here in the trash. And let's see what we have here. I kind of need one of these to be, because this is a half of a cup. I don't have to have every. What's that looking like, huh? Is that all right? We should have it closer together, maybe. definition. Just a little. All right. I think I'm going to be okay. I'm being fussy about stuff. All right, let's get some glue. And let's put it down before we change our mind. Okay, so let's, oh, I could use, you know what? I'm going to use my matte medium. And this is just regular, there's no gloss to this. And trying to use the rest of this. I do have a little dry. And so I just spritzed some water in here, and that seemed to help. All right, I'm going to use this brush. It's kind of, oh boy, I think I've had it in some glue, the old brush. But I like using the old brushes for, you know, getting in glue and stuff like that. Not necessarily for painting anything. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty stiff too. It's okay. All right, it'll do the job. I just want to grab a little bit of this and then put this on. But what this will do is not only, of course, glue this down, but it will seal it. I'm going to put some of this actually on top of these, and it will seal it. It's not quite what I had, right? It's not quite what I had. Let's see. I don't want to stick it down, and then I don't want that the same size. See? I know I'm being fussy. And there, okay. It will seal it, and then I am able to use my marker and actually put some like highlight or shadowing on top. And so, okay, I don't want a big glob. So I'm putting it on top. Let's see, I want to make sure it's sealed underneath here too. So let me get some more. Okay. The other product I have, and it looks just like this, but it's gloss. This one is a matte, and this dries. It's dry matte, no shine. I didn't do a very good job of getting all of that on there, but Um, Okay. All right, I don't really want to put this away just yet. And that's probably what happened the last time. I put it over to the side and didn't put my brush in the water, and that's why it ended up being so so stiff. Um, okay, I got to get my heating tool out again. All right, give me a moment. Okay, it's on its way. I mean, it's not bad. It's yeah, in some spots it's still a little damp, but that's okay. We're going to put some words on here and be finished today, I think. Um, let's just put the word coffee. Hmm? And I don't know, maybe I'll write the verse in here. I could do that. I gotta wait until it dries real good. I don't want to put my pen in paint and glue. I don't want to do that. Or glue really. And so what I'll do is, and probably off camera. Sorry guys, but put coffee up here. Our anagram and the verse. Maybe I'll write it in here and put the date and the scripture where it's found here. Put my shadowing around here and shadowing around my steam, and then we can call this one done. And then I'll work on, maybe another day we'll work on another one. We'll see. All right. um, yeah, because I've already started. Now this one I think will be a bookmark that actually goes in a pocket of one of these, and then the rest of these little cups. um, See, I have this one that looks like a Starbucks cup. I never get the bendy straw, and I always get a straight one. But I thought it'd be cute to have the one that bends. And then again, this one looks like a soup bowl versus a cup. But you'll get the idea. I think it'll be okay. All right. Yeah, so I'll finish this up and take a picture of it. Okay. You'll see it. I promise. Trying to do better keeping up with pictures and things so that you all can see finished work. In the descriptions on YouTube, I actually use the finished product as the picture for the YouTube video. So usually the finished work is there, just in case you might be on Facebook. I don't put it up there, okay? And please forgive me. I'm still trying to work out everything. It's hard trying to be the artist and the videographer and the this. And I'm getting there though. Y'all pray for me. All right. Well, if you didn't get anything out of today's, I'm so sorry. Uh, but I'm like I said at the beginning, when things come to you, pray about it, because most often it is for you, tell somebody else, but within you. So, my questions are, Lord, who bring to mind, and then, Lord, please help me to learn to forgive myself. Hmm? Um, yeah, because I want him to forgive me, and so I have to be willing to forgive others. All right, that's the thought for today. Yeah. All right. May your journey be sweet. Lord willing, we'll be back on. Okay. And I hope you'll join me. Please like, share, and invite someone to be with us. Um, and I want to thank you so very much for encouraging words and messages that I received. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I really, really appreciate it. You just don't know how much it means to me. All right. God bless you. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.